Monday morning, everybody. Some of y'all have off of work today, but not here in the Sunny TV. We are slaving away, making the magic happen, one story at a time. Good morning, Sunnies. Welcome back to the brightest little corner of the Sunnyverse. The holiday weekend may be over, but honey, the sparklers in this studio are very much lit. We've got a show today stacked with heart, hometown pride, jaw-dropping history, and a guest who's single-heartedly keeping West King Street fabulous and fierce, and a Sunshine Shenanigans story, of course, that is so unhinged I had to read it twice and stretch first because it's something, yeah. All right, I'll get into it later. But before we unpack this and tell you all the TLDR or whatever the hell the kids say these days, we're going to turn it over to the queen of the Sunny snack scene, Mel. You had a busy weekend.
Yeah, I did some stuff outside, but we are not having any snacks yet because my tummy doesn't feel so good.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, did you have anything notable over the weekend? You guys cook some things on the grill?
We did some cookout. We did Nathan's hot dogs. We did hamburgers. I made a tomato and cucumber salad.
Okay.
It was very good and refreshing. And then we had some potato salad. Jim made his nasty baked beans.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. It's a moment.
I don't like a baked bean.
I went over to Robinson's house. We had Asado Life, which was awesome. They made an incredible, do you see that key lime pie that's on Steph's page?
Amazing.
Looks so good. And then, yeah, we had a lot of fun and just kind of did some cookout stuff, to some burgers from Chop Shop, and hung out and, yeah, talked about all the things and enjoyed our moment with celebrating the 250th, which was pretty exciting.
Put in comments, guys, what you had over the holiday
anything
weekend.
Good out there? Anything that we need to keep on the radar for these summer spectacular succulent food?
Or have you tried somewhere different?
Yeah, okay.
The Sunny Sundial is spinning today. We've got a lottery story that will actually restore your faith in humanity. 10 years in the making.
Yeah, and later we have a 250-year-old piece of American history that just turned up somewhere it absolutely should not be.
Oh my
and
God.
The story of how it got there involves a 7-hour boat chase. I'm not kidding.
Like
it's
Miami
awesome.
Vice?
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, and Snack Pack Playlist is a certified windows down situation today, Sunnies.
Yeah, of course we're going to be hitting out some details by Dean serving fried chicken, a surfing goat, and a birthday boy who bet his last dollar on himself and won an Oscar on it.
I love that. Always bet on yourself. Plus, the queen of West King creative scene herself, Georgia from Graet Goods, is in the studios today. 2 years of fabulous and just getting started.
And Sonny's, like I said earlier, this Sunshine Shenanigans stories, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail. It involves a church,
oh Lord,
assigned seating at a picnic, and 400 pounds of something for everyone.
Oh, no. So don't touch that. I can't even with this shenanigans story today. Don't touch that Sunny Sundial, guys.
Because this show is fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV, and we're going to say hello on this marvelous Monday morning with the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All-American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Hang on. Oh my gosh. I got to give a big shout out to our Sunny TV book club. This new book is incredible.
What's the book?
The book is the Stolen Life of Marceau. God, Colette Marceau. It is so good though. Stephanie Robinson. It's all about this jewelry thief from the 1930s. Yeah, but she's a direct descendant of Robin Hood.
Maybe I would read this.
steals from the rich, like the nasty rich, like the ones that are
Not
really
nice.
dirty with their money,
Yeah.
and she steals from them and then gives it to these different nonprofits that she supports. And nobody knows because she's just this like a low key volunteer. And there's so many different stories of all these different robberies.
I might read
She like
this.
sews the bracelets in the clothing so the police could never find it. It's like incredible story.
I
Stephanie
might read
Robinson,
this.
big shout out. Awesome selection of this book. I am hooked on it. That's what I did all weekend.
I may read this book.
Let's talk about this weather.
All right. Well, here we go again. It's like repeat, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So today it's going to be a high of 76, but it's going to feel 87.
Mm-hmm.
UV index is only a 2.0. That seems weird.
Oh,
So it's low today. Humidity is at 97%.
okay.
And tonight it's, oh no, I was wrong, guys. Today's 93. It's going to feel 108.
I know.
I was
Today,
reading
this
yesterday's.
week is going to be a scorcher, is what
Yeah,
Trevor
max
Gibbs
UV
was telling us this
max
morning.
UV index, guys, is 9.0. It's very high.
Today actually is going to be the one day of like a little bit of wind, but the rest
Yeah.
of the week it gets worse the closer to the weekend.
And tonight it's going to drop down to 76, but it's going to feel 85. There's going to be thunderstorms that are going to pop up around 5, but they should be over by 7.
Yeah. Which I have peace of mind because I just got my HVAC unit checkup and I passed with flying colors. So I know
Yes.
I'm going to be fine in my
Well,
crib.
they will be coming to my house in about 2 weeks.
Yee! Excited
I'm
for
excited.
you.
And
Honestly, that peace of mind that you know that your machinery is working
well,
the way
yeah,
it needs
and
to be
Jim's
working.
mini split in the playroom is not working properly.
See, okay.
It's-
so you might need,
it's not working,
It
so-
might be just a little something they can tweak. Anyway,
Yes.
speaking about tweak,
Let's
what are we
go
getting
to
into?
Details by Dean.
Detailsbydean.com.
All right, so today is National Fried Chicken Day.
And here's the delicious history. Fried chicken, as we know it, it was born in West African seasoning traditions, met Scottish frying techniques in the American South. Two cultures, one crispy masterpiece, and now it's gone global. Nashville hot, Korean double fried, you name it. Ooh, I love it.
I do like a Korean double fried chicken.
Girl, have you had, what is it called, bonchon? Have you had that
No.
yet? I think we have one here up in St. John's in the northern part of our
It's
county.
good?
It's so good. It's
Okay.
that like
Double
Korean
fried?
fried chicken.
I like it so good.
Ooh, it's so good.
And it's also International Kissing Day.
Ew.
Pucker up.
Anthropologists say kissing traditions vary widely. I know the French one. Ew. Some cultures never developed romantic kissing at all. That's probably where I'm from. So that little smooch, it's not universal. It's cultural. Kiss accordingly.
And let's do
What
some...
about Eskimo kisses? They do it with
They
the
do
nose.
nose like
That's
that.
fine. Don't touch the nose too
Look,
much.
happy birthday to John Paul Jones, born in 1747.
John Paul Jones. Where do you see that?
It's under
Oh,
notable
I see it
birthdays.
here. Yeah, the father of American Navy. That's right, duh.
Yes.
In the middle of the battle, with his ship literally sinking, the British asked if he surrendered, and he shouted, "I have not even begun to fight!" And then guess what?
He won.
That bitch won.
That sounds like us at Sunny TV.
I love it. We're not going down without a fight.
No,
we're
we're
scrappy.
not.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Frida Kahlo, born in 1907.
One of my absolute favorite.
Didn't Selma Hayek play her in the movie?
Yes, she's one of my favorite artists,
Painter.
and I know Ashim is out there clutching her pearls right now. Frida turned her pain into something the most powerful art of the 20th century, blending surrealism, Mexican folk art, and her own life story. She painted her truth before living your truth, and even was a phrase, a global symbol of resilience. You know, she painted because she was hit by a bus, and so she was like paralyzed from like the waist down, so she had to stay in bed. So she painted with a mirror. And then she would look up, and so that's how she would paint. Like, the woman is incredible. What Diego Rivera did to her in life, I mean, obviously she never recovered psychologically from it, because
That's amazing.
he was a Casanova. But her artwork is absolutely to die for. It's
Oh my
amazing.
God, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Beautiful
and
lady.
happy birthday to Sylvester Stallone.
Slide, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Rocky. Adrian! Stallone was broke, and studios offering big money for the Rocky script. One condition: someone else would star. He said no. He bet on himself. He kept the lead role, and the movie won Best Picture, the underdog story behind the underdog story.
You know,
I like
he
that.
sold his dog for like $500 because he needed money, and then he offered, after he started getting money, He offered the person 15 grand to buy his dog back.
Did the person take it?
The person took it.
Thank God.
And he got his dog back.
I do like that
That
story.
was his goal.
It
He
was a
said,
little
I'm
bit
gonna
like,
get my dog.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And today we tip our hats to Louis Armstrong, who left us this day in 1971.
That's right. Big jazz artist. He basically invented the idea of the star soloist, broke racial barriers, and became America's musical ambassador to the entire world. Every time you hear "What a Wonderful World," that's
one of my dad's
Louis
favorite songs.
still singing to us.
And on this day in 1777, Congress approved the first U.S. flag.
That's right.
That's
13 stars and 13 stripes on one brand new nation. And the design came with a built-in growth plan. Add a star for every new state. 250 years later, it's one of the most recognized symbols on the planet.
That's true. And in 1933, the very first Major League Baseball All-Star game was played.
Yeah, this was invented to cheer people up during the Great Depression. Kaminsky Park in Chicago, who hit the first All-Star home run in history? Babe Ruth, of course.
Yes. And in 1942, a young girl named Anne Frank began writing in her diary.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
I read Anne Frank. Gentle moment here, Sonny.
Yes.
Anne was 13, hiding with her family during one of history's darkest chapters. But what she created became one of the most read books in the world, translated into 70 different languages, one teenager, one diary, and a voice that still teaches millions of people about hope and humanity. Proof that the words outlive everything.
True story. And let's do Amazon. You turned 32. And this week in 1994, a man named Jeff Bezos started a little online bookstore in his garage.
Oh, congratulations.
And in 1885, Louis Pasteur makes medical history.
Nice.
He administered the first successful rabies vaccine to a young boy who'd been bitten by a rabid dog and saved his life.
Oh, my gosh.
Every little vaccine owes a little something to July 6th, 1885. And in weird news, in 2002, a man in Oregon tried to pay for his parking ticket with a wheelbarrow full of pennies.
300 pounds of pennies. The courthouse refused it for safety reasons. They had to pay electronically, which he called, quote, less satisfying. That's petty and heavy, honey.
Yes, and in 2011, a goat in Australia learns to surf.
His name was Goatee.
That's funny. Oh, my God.
All right, let's get into this local music report real fast before we strum it, drum it, hum it down, Sonny. Here we go. Local music report to make you proud on this July 6th. There we go. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Starrett at Tradewinds Lounge at 1. Denny Blue, Guy Harvey Resort at 4. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Mark Hart at Tradewinds Lounge at 5. Kevin Edwards, Hurricane Grill at Wings at 5. Janaya, T. Smith Asian Bistro at 5:30. Legendary bad boy Bob Patterson at OC White's Restaurant, turning it down at 5:30 p.m. Sam Passetti, PK at 6 o'clock. Stu Weaver at Harry Seafood Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. Joe Downing at Salt Life Food Shack at 6 o'clock. Go on with there, good buddy. And Seven Nations Band at Ann O'Malley's Deli and Pub at 8:30. You guys got to follow Ann O'Malley. She's got this really cool new Women in Music series coming up. We got to be talking about that too. Johnson Burns at Tradewinds Lounge at 9. We got some great expectations for those local musicians.
People are looking for a company, I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right, Sonnies, 2 years ago, a little shop opened up on West King Street with a big idea. Local art makers and neighborhoods deserved a home of their own, and today, Graet Goods is a whole creative universe. Part shop, part block party, part dance floor, and the beating heart of one of the most exciting streets in St. Augustine. Of course, she is no stranger to the show. We've got Georgia here from Graet Goods. Georgia!
Hi.
Happy Monday!
Yeah. Manic Monday.
Manic Monday. How you been, sweetheart? You've been just rocking it 2 years.
I've been so good. It's been a crazy whirlwind. It's hard to believe it has been 2 years.
I think we started our chats, our interviews, and you were 1 month in, right, when I had the first interview with you.
Yes.
And how has it been since that 1 month?
Crazy. I feel like, there was a lot of touch and go moments, as is anything when you're starting up something. And I had to decide whether I wanted to re-sign my lease in February. And I literally even up until maybe 2 months before that, I was like, I don't know what the decision is, what the right decision is. And I really think things turned a corner big time in January. So I started to get a little bit more positive reinforcement then, and I was like feeling good to resign. And
Yeah.
I just feel like it's really like crazy snowballed in the last like 6 months even.
Well, thank
so.
God you did. You guys, I was sitting in my hairdresser's chair and I needed a dress and I'm texting Georgia and Moo Vintage Elizabeth over there. And you guys, I'll tell you what, I walk in there and they have things pulled already for me and it always looks fantastic. Not only that, but when you walk into Georgia's store, you get like the personal attention and you're like, I'm kind of thinking of this. And then it's like, well, you could do this with this. They help you style it. She's amazing. Her store is really freaking cool.
I know, and you can really get lost in it. I mean,
Yes.
you've curated some incredible collections. Is it something that you are each season? Are you looking for a specific look, or is this something that has organically shaped over time? Like your audience, you only answer to them.
I definitely will pull things for seasons, or I'll store things for seasons or holidays and stuff. But I would say, I mean, especially at a vintage store, you can come in my store and buy a jacket in the summer.
Right,
even though I
right.
do try to hold that stuff for more of the
I always
fall.
buy off season because I
Yeah.
know that I'm always looking ahead what I'm going to
Yeah,
look like.
exactly.
In the,
I don't think you're necessarily going into, especially a vintage store, being I'm only shopping for my summer wardrobe.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
more
Yeah.
of oh my gosh, this jacket's so
It's like,
cool.
what talks
when
to
will
you?
I wear this? But I'm buying it.
You will find a way to wear
It's
it.
never this cold in Florida, but I need it. You know?
Right.
So
I have to have.
yeah, but I definitely do have curated collections for each season as well, and then knowing what the customer wants and what's trending right now. I bring all that. I mean, I can't help but be gravitated towards trends myself, polka dot stripes. I feel like stars are the motif of the year.
I've
So,
seen a lot of stars. Yeah.
things like that I like, or camo.
Yeah.
Anything camo will sell immediately.
Now, traditional camo or country camo with the pine cones and the raccoons and stuff on it?
I would say more traditional
Yes.
Okay.
camo is cooler, but I think that kitschy, low brow, it's so bad it's good. If you're
Yeah.
doing it in a LOL kind of way,
I feel like that.
The kind of camo you're talking about with the more
Real tree is what it's called.
Yeah, if done right, if styled
Okay,
right,
there
I'm
is
not
a designer
against
from
it.
Mexico City that I'm obsessed with Mexico City designers right now.
Me too.
They're amazing. And there's one called Man Candy that created that country camo, but in a poncho, and it looks so chic. And I'm like, and it is. It's that oh my god, we've always kind of been ew.
Yeah,
it's not
so bad
fashion.
it's good.
It
you
is
know?
though.
I say that a lot. Some of the pieces in my shop, you have to have a vision to be able to wear it. Maybe on the hanger, you're oh my god.
Right.
But then it's all right, if you style it right.
I guess that's what happened with Fruity Pebbles
Oh
dress.
my God! So the Fruity Pebbles dress,
I mean,
this thing has become
iconic.
a thing.
It is.
So I got it from Georgia's store.
We need to
and
shadow box it.
It's still hanging in my closet, and I wore it, and it became this thing, and now it's my character that David created
Yeah.
for me on the intro for all the shows. Every time we use it, it's a Fruity
an
Pebble
iconic
dress.
dress.
It is, and I'll tell you,
Literally, you can never get rid of that.
I
will
will
buy
never
it
get
from
rid
you,
of that
yeah.
dress. It's in my closet,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
iconic.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
In fact, I feel one thing you could do if you want to immortalize the dress is put it in a shadow box. I think that me and Claire
but
Van
then I can't
Dever-
wear it again. I gotta take
True,
the shadow
but
box.
just if you
first.
never want to get rid of it, it could be an art piece on the
Not.
wall. You don't see that enough.
Right,
you
I
know?
do.
I think we're gonna stuff Claire Van Dever's Grammy dress and hang it in her house. I
Awesome.
even have a little baby dress of mine that my grandmother did like that. It's a very kind of vintage, old school thing to
love
do,
this.
and people don't really do it very often. But I think it could be cool. Clothing is art, so put it in a frame and hang it on the wall.
I think
you
it's
can always
amazing.
take it out and wear it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you go to museums and you'll see, different dresses. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to shout them out. I mean, Obama's brand new library with Michelle Obama's collection of dresses is just iconic.
I go out of my way to find exhibits like that.
Oh,
In fact, I just missed
love
one
that.
in Miami. That was the Dolce and Gabbana exhibit, and it was running from April to. It literally cut off June 14th, and I was thinking about literally driving down one Saturday. I was gonna drive down Saturday night, hit it Sunday the last day, and come back. I was like, okay,
you know
I
you could
couldn't.
carpool with Frank. He's going down there. You know.
All right, let you know next time I got an eye on the exhibit.
So let's talk about haul day. When you go out, what's in Georgia? You're getting out of the car, you put your earbuds in, you go into a vintage shop or something, and you find things that are going to work for Graet Goods. How does this work? How does it roll?
Yes, definitely. I sometimes I'll have like my big sourcing days where I'm like, okay, I'm like dedicating basically the whole day to this. Or a lot of times, especially around here, you know, I open at 10. A lot of the stores open at 9. So I'll be there at 8:45 waiting for the doors. I'll go do like a quick lap, but obviously that's like 45 minutes. I'm doing like a really like not a super thorough sweep, you know?
Yeah.
But then on my like full days, in the Goodwill the size of by Planet Fitness, I could spend like easily 4 to 5 hours.
Oh,
in there.
100%.
Yeah.
It's mesmerizing.
Like
I love the
looking
hunts.
at every single thing, you
Yeah.
know. So
It's I've really fallen into the rabbit hole of Rachel Zoe on
I love
Housewives
Rachel
again.
Zoe.
I miss
I've
her.
always loved her.
And now she's back like as this like fashion icon and stylist.
Do you
again.
remember her show House of Zoe?
I
And
do.
the Rachel Zoe Project?
I do remember that.
I love her.
I feel like I need to know more about her because I see the
I'm
Rachel
ready.
Zoe clothes and I pick
You
them
need
and
to-
I will say I don't know who
she's
this
She
woman
basically
is.
says like I forget about money when it comes
I
to buying
die.
clothes. Like I just die
That's
in there.
her-
Like
her
I
phrase
have
is-
to have.
Yeah,
Her
I'm the
phrase is,
worst.
I die.
But I love it because vintage and resale really is the moment, and it really kind of answers to that price point crowd. But still, you can get something fun, fashionable, like a Halston, get up, or anything. Betsy Johnson, I've seen that in rotation and things. Like when you find something really, like, is that something you budget for, or you're just like, we just gotta go for it?
I would say when I'm like doing my traditional thrifting, I like buy things for pretty low usually. Like there are times where it maybe it's like priced a little higher and I'll be like, if I can sell it for at least double, I'm like, okay, that's a good like investment. But I will spend more if I like know it's like a good piece.
Okay.
You know what?
okay.
I will say, Georgia, your prices are not
awesome.
outrageous.
Right.
Like I got some earrings
Are
from
you conscious of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I feel like I kind of
It's
base
affordable.
my prices like off of what I'm buying it for. So if there's a more expensive piece, the chances are I probably bought it for a little bit more.
Like for
you
instance, the
know?
Fruity Pebbles dress. That dress is so well made. That was, what was it, like $110?
Yeah, it's like fully sequined.
But let me tell you
Would have
something.
been at
It
least an
would've been-
$800 dress.
Exactly.
you know.
And one of the dresses I got that I wore to the Zone banquet, I got from Georgia.
Oh,
and
that was gorgeous.
I got it for $60, and it's really like an $800
Beautiful.
dress. But I'll tell you, your prices are amazing. You really put into like making it affordable for everybody to look cool.
So I kind of want to jump into the conversation of answering to the culture. I mean, you really are infusing music into fashion, and we're seeing a lot of that too with even in on like the main arena stages of concerts. You'll see Dior designing for Rosalia because this is a huge, massive audience. Are you infusing music culture because you're getting more people in the shop and it's a banger of a time, and then people kind of fall in love with the shop? Is that kind of what you were thinking of?
I mean, I feel like music has always been like a driving force in my life, so it just like plays out naturally like that. Like even like music festival fashion, like I love the like Coachella fits.
Yeah.
Even though I'd probably never go to Coachella, but like I love what they're doing. Even like Taylor Swift, I'm not a huge fan, but like
Me
I love
neither.
the outfits.
Yeah.
I love what the girlies are wearing there. I just love that people are like having fun with it. I love her stage outfits. I love there's two kind of musicians. There's the musician that goes up in like a raggy t-shirt and like barefoot and jeans, which like that's a look in itself.
Right,
But then
right.
there are the people that like Laura Leasy from Krungbin who are doing like multiple outfit changes on stage, and like I love that. I just think it's so fun. I think that fashion and music definitely like go super hand in hand. Like Sierra Farrell is another cool one.
Oh
like,
yeah,
her
'cause she's been in
outfits-
town a couple times, right?
Yeah, her outfits are always so cool. So it's just fun to watch that.
You just had like now Ween is obviously one of your favorites of all time, and you just had like a significant Ween party. I think you just had.
Yeah, I did that on May 30th. That was like, I feel like the magnum opus of my career so far. Like it was just
Talk about it.
Such a beautiful night. I had, Ween is on a break right now on hiatus. So like all the Ween community is like starved, and I had a lot of friends fly out from all over the country to come because again, there's no Ween. Like, I mean, I had people from California, Minnesota, Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
It was really good to just.
But again, new, fresh energy entering that shop.
Yeah, even like I always say like the Ween people come out of the woodwork. So like we had like people I didn't know like in the Florida Ween community, which I feel like we're an underserved state in the Ween community. Like Colorado's huge, Oregon's huge. Like Florida gets forgotten in a lot of things.
And it's because it starts with an F.
Yeah,
Forgotten.
and it's the armpit anyways. So,
Yeah, right, I heard.
people, it's forgettable, but it shouldn't be. Like we're great too, but yeah. So you know, like some young people, like I had phone calls being like, is it like all ages? And I was like, I never thought about that. I was like, yeah, we'll put X's on your hand. There's a bar, like beer and wine bar, but like I want everyone to be able to enjoy the music. Like I remember times when I was trying to sneak into Ween related shows because it was 21 plus.
Yep.
And it was like, I'm here to see the music, you know? And I just like really went all out for that show. Like I took all my Ween posters off my wall at my house, which is a lot. And I like made this whole gallery wall, and
Cool.
I worked with local artists that love Ween. Like the local Ween people have like found me. Like there's one screen printer called Love Max Prince, and he just came to my shop with, like, this was a while ago, be like, I heard you like Ween. I brought you like a little Ween tote bag.
I love that.
So he made Ween tote bags. I worked with like another friend from far away who made tie dyes. I worked with Hard Candy. You had him,
Yes,
Nathan.
amazing.
Yeah, he made like I mean he didn't know Ween, so I gave him the direction and I gave him like a little layout, like a grid, like here's like with the direction, and he made keychains for each of the albums, which those sold out. Like
Love
it
that.
was just really cool.
That is really cool. And how do you get connected to a community like that? Is it subgroups that you're tapping into? Like, how did you get the word out for something that massive?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just within the Ween community in general, like I've been really deep in the Ween community since probably 2014. I've seen a bunch of shows, so networking through that, like people kind of know me. I'm always making something too, which
Cool.
is memorable.
Yeah.
Like a little like takeaway, and then I mean, I like here locally, like went to all the record stores, like Tone Vendor and stuff.
Yeah,
and, like,
Tone Vendor.
They were like literally saying like, you know, they had put it right by the door. They were like, people would stop and be like,
Oh.
there's a Ween cover band coming
Isn't that
here?
amazing?
Like, what? And it's like, yeah, people definitely like, like, there's a lot of us out there.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, small but mighty. So,
I
and
love
like
that.
the guy, my friend Jacob, who was in the band called Pure Guava, he was a one-man band, so he was like looping everything, but he lives in Memphis, and he was blown away he was like, you must have promoted the heck out of this. And I was like, I mean, I guess I did.
That's
Like,
incredible.
It worked out great. It was an amazing night.
I
so.
love that. I love seeing success like that because you have to stay consistent, and that's what you do. You're always stepping up to something new, fresh, and fabulous. Let's talk about trends. What's going on in the shop? What are you seeing? Are you seeing more romantic vibes within what people are interested in, or is this more? Are we going back to techno? What's this looking like?
I feel like we're going like straight Y2K.
Okay.
People want to look like a Bratz doll right now.
Yeah,
That's the look.
That's
like
the
boots
look.
with the fur,
Yeah.
apple bottom jeans, and like, you know, I mean, I think especially feel like it's like, what is it, like I'm Gen Z millennial or whatever. It's like
Yeah,
the
you're
young,
right.
it's the young kids that are like looking at how like maybe we used to dress, or maybe even one like age above me, be like, that's so cool, you know. Whereas like when we were looking at vintage, we were looking more at like the 80s, you know, because that was like what people are like trying to dress like now was happening. So in the moment that like, I don't know, it just like, it was cool to dress like how the set before you dress.
Yeah.
So now people like really stuck on Y2K, and I'm like, I'm feeding them, I'm giving it to them. So
Is it hard to find Y2K apparel?
I feel like it's definitely really sought after right now, but I don't really necessarily find it like very hard to find. So like I did a really big buy off a local person, which I don't buy too often from people, but sometimes if you just like catch me on a good day, I'm like, all right, I'll see what you've got. And yeah, I did a huge buy, and this like lady literally dated a rock star, so that gives you like an idea of the wardrobe. It was like, it's funny though, I put it all out like throughout time. It was a lot. Put it out in various areas of the store, and I'll watch people go around and pick 4 or 5 items from the lady's wardrobe. But they're all different parts of the store. I'm like, yeah, I see you. Like, I know
It's
what you
so
like.
cool.
You know, yeah, it's
So
just
do you
funny.
have to like come up with an agreement or understanding with somebody when you sell them pieces? Do they ever come back to you be like, oh, I shouldn't have sold that to you? Like, you ever get like
not
that?
really. Most people are like, please,
Okay.
like, take this away from me. But I buy outright. I do not do consigning. I do not want to get into that. I don't want to owe you money.
Yeah, it's a hot
I'm
mess.
gonna give you a price here.
I don't
and it's gonna
understand
be low
consignment.
because this is what I can go find it in the wild. That's kind of why I try
In
to
the
stay away
wild.
from that, because people want a lot. People are attached to their stuff. They want more, usually, which is fine. Like, again, if I know I can like get, you know, at least what I need to get from
True.
it. But yeah, if you've ever seen Pawn Stars or whatever, Storage Wars, people are buying this stuff like pennies on the dollar and then making the money because we're the ones who have started the business. We have the infrastructure to sell this. I have to pay for my bags and tags and like, so yeah, you have like, there's a lot of cost expenses to having a business, and that's why you know.
What
we
does
have to buy
backstock?
low.
What does inventory look like? How do you categorize things?
Oh, it is like
Yeah, a
it's
beast, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like I feel
I
like
know it's
my
a big
house
question.
is like a sorting.
Yeah,
like, it's
I
like,
believe it.
Yeah, like Harry Potter sorting. Like I'll usually start, especially after a big buy. Obviously, I have to like process everything and like wash stuff and like check for flaws. Like I do a lot of adding buttons,
Okay.
you know. And then from there, I'll usually like sort it like by piece, like skirts and pants. And if I have like back stock, I'll you know, I like to have it like item by like skirts, shirts, pants, because it makes it easier to pull. Like, oh,
Right.
I'm like low on pants right now, or even when I input it in my system, I'll do all the pants at once. There's like less, you know, things I have to change in like the drop down menus and stuff.
It's funny. It's sort of because we just had a discussion with Mary Martelli, who is the art collective down in town, St. Augustine, and she's got all of these artists that she represents, but like she curates them by like seasons or collections so that she can like, okay, it's going to be a pop art moment. We're going to put up some, you know, pop art like Andy Warhol has things. So it kind of is like curating your own art gallery essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if I have an event that I'm doing that I know is like maybe like more EDM or whatever, I'll try to like find stuff for that. Or I did like as of 90s stuff a long time ago, and I did like try to do like 90s
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Kind of going with the vibes and the trends. So what's new? What's shaking for? You got some events coming up here, right?
Yeah, it's a big month. I feel like it's not slowing down.
Right. It is not. What are we kicking off? What are we starting July off with?
I am doing the Jack's Night Market, which is coming to St. Aug, and
Cool.
that's put on by one of my friends. He's a DJ in Jacksonville, Liam Allen, and he's a great guy. He helped with Frank Fest, which
Oh,
we
yeah.
did at the shop in February. That was like a DJ night hosted by Satellite Frank. And he did all the lighting for that. He has a production company. He's
Awesome.
an amazing dude, amazing DJ. He really helped massively with our event, and I'm excited to be able to be a part of his.
So where is this market going to be?
It is at St. Francis Field on July 11th. It's a long one. It's like 1 to 10 p.m.
Awesome.
So yeah, if you're walking by over in that area, like uptown or anything, definitely come check it out.
That'll be super fun. And then you can that is what you said, July 11th. Am I
Yep.
saying that right? Okay, cool. And then what's on? Of course, West King Wednesday, July 15th.
Yes.
How's that looking? How's West King Wednesday doing?
It's amazing.
Now that Alfred's and all that, how's that boom going?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's crazy to see our little street really come to life. But I have DJ Litterbox coming. I met him through Spencer Abbott's. He's quite a character.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I've actually like people have been approaching me to be like, can I play West King Wednesday? I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Like,
sure,
let me
yeah.
write this down. I don't have to worry about it, you know? So it's just nice to like the traction be picking up like that. Like people are excited and like want to be a part of it and do it. I think I have the next 2 for sure lined up. So August and September. I think I'm going to collaborate with Hugh, Push maybe for
Cool.
the September one. Might do
Nice.
a back to school type of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
As far as like vendors that you pick for West King Wednesday, do you already have a set list, or can other people apply to like also be a part of the Graet Goods West King Wednesday?
Yeah, I always like to have like people like on backup. I have pretty regular ones. Like people usually do want to come back, and I like to like give them priority, especially like my like, you know, cornerstone vendors that have been there from the beginning. But somebody always like drops out or can't do it, or like I want to rotate something new in. So I'll like always am open to like seeing what you sell. Like I have a new vendor this month that just moved to town. It's Grant Street Plant. She's really cute. Like I said, new to town, and she's really been doing the work, going around, meeting all the people, and
Awesome.
just being really sweet. So I'm excited to welcome her in.
And she's selling what's your plants? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
So like
And I've never really
succulents
had,
and
yeah, I've
okay.
never really had a plant vendor before, and like I do like it to be kind of like vintage or like clothing like direction. Like I actually am gonna have a pasta vendor this time, but she's my employee and she also sells in my store. So she's
That's
like,
awesome.
she'll have a. I was like, it would be really cool if you sold pasta and had a vintage rack. She's like, all right, got you. So like, I kind of like
That's-
feel like
I love
right.
that,
I was
yeah.
like, let's blend the two worlds. Why not?
So good.
So I definitely like food is a little random to me. I've like had some people reach out to me about like granola or stuff, and like it's not like I just don't think it's the right vibe for my lot. Like
Yeah.
I think like it's a streetwide market. I think that would and not even because like I don't want it. I'm more of like worrying protecting you. You know,
Right,
like
right.
where your product will sell best. You know, like local refillery has vendors, and so does Buena Onda, and they've had sprouts and bread, and I think that that's a little bit more of like
Yeah.
farmers market vibe over there, which will be great for food. So yeah, if you like make jewelry or do something a little bit like niche, I'm definitely always like, looking for
How do
cool
people
stuff.
get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Instagram is definitely the best way to contact me, or I have a store phone. So if you look me up on Google, you can give the store phone a call. I'm definitely better with like physical conversation. Instagram, I keep up with the best, or just like come in and meet me.
I love
That's
that.
the best way. Like that girl Ashley who does Grant Street Prance came in with a little plant and was just so personable. And like I feel like sometimes I get a lot of like almost like demanding like, I want to vend. It's
Right,
like,
right.
okay, well let me see if I even
What you got?
sell.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
before I let you bust out of here, I do have to catch up with you on July 30th. You've got this cool summer sewing series. What's this all about?
Yeah, I decided to finally do something like this because I feel like people have asked me a lot about it, and I feel like I'm finally like, like getting my head above the water and
Sure.
starting to kind of do some of the things I've wanted to do maybe from the beginning. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little summer sewing series. I'm starting out with something simple. It's gonna be really limited. I think I'm just gonna do like 10 people. I'm actually dropping more information about that today. So
Awesome.
like the flyer and like how to apply and all that will be up on my Instagram and social medias today. But I'm gonna do hem pants for the first one. I feel like everybody could know how to hem
A
pants.
trillion%. Yeah.
like
yeah.
such an easy,
That's
like
good.
teachable skill. And then the next one is crop a top, like crop a t-shirt specifically. And I'll have
I need
this.
to learn that.
You should come.
Absolutely. This sounds amazing because I mean, I'm as basic as I need to learn how to properly sew a button on, as opposed to me just keep going through the holes. There's a whole rhyme and reason for it.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. I can even do really small men's, like, because most sewing machines have like a way to put buttons on, but a lot of people just don't know how to do
I
it.
have no idea.
and
Yeah.
it's so much quicker. But yeah, so I'm excited to do that, and yeah, there'll be more information about kind of like the materials that you'll need, and like even things like fabric. Like this is called a woven. It doesn't have stretch.
Mhm.
So things like that. Like don't be bringing no silk pants in.
Right.
Because that's a different skill set. Like people don't even understand that the fabric affects like how hard it is to sew.
Yeah.
So like for instance, for the pants, that'll be like denim, like khaki only, like a non-stretch fabric. And then for the crop a top, it'll be t-shirt material only, like nothing silky.
Yeah.
You could do a woven, so no stretch. But like I gotta like.
need
People
to
come
learn how
in
to
and they're
cut
like, I want to
t-shirts.
sew this like silk lame, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay,
can't
that's
do
like couture.
I think this is amazing. I think it's going to be a really fun moment. Georgia, thank you so much for your time
Thank
today.
you for having me.
So
I was
special.
when you
Come.
coming on.
Y'all, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you better get to know. Graet Goods. Start following them on all socials. We're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. Yay! That was so much fun talking to Georgia.
so my mom, she already put it in comments.
Oh,
but
yeah, talk about this.
Yeah, so I was telling David this, and then my mom put it in comments. My mom was an amazing seamstress. She sewed our clothes. She sewed all of our Halloween costumes, even up into our 20s.
Oh, I love that.
And we would win Halloween costume contests.
Yeah.
So she would take scrap pieces of fabric and buttons, and she taught us how to sew the buttons on. And then she started teaching us how to sew Barbie clothes for our Barbie dolls.
Fun. That's a great way to
Yes.
Honestly, it's a skill that really, really is a lost art.
And, well, it's definitely useful because I have to hand stitch holes, daisy chews, and all the blankets.
Oh, my gosh.
But also, too, she
I'm just
would,
thinking my underwear.
She would make us, well, give it to me. I could sew it. She would make us pancakes in like different shapes, our initials. But she would put the little Barbie table on the dining room table, and our Barbies would sit there, and my mom would make little Barbie pancakes for them so they could eat.
cute. Like
their
little
pancakes.
drops, yeah.
And she would walk up and be like, okay, what can I get you?
Oh, Maria, amazing. All right, well, I'm going to tell you about some amazing events here. We've got a Shark Tooth Exploration Week. Did you know about this, Mel?
No, I did not.
Me neither.
What?
It's time to channel your inner treasure hunter because the beach is hiding souvenirs and we're going to go find them, apparently. Shark Tooth Exploration Week is making a splash on Friday, July 10th from 10 to 11 a.m. at, how do I say that?
Mausoleum?
Mausoleum Beachfront Park. It's the one over in Volano. It looks like Muscle Park. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's true.
And the one is completely free thanks to our friends at St. Johns County Parks and Recreation. You just have to register. Here's the plan. You meet up at the park across A1A, and together, the world's most exciting field trip just hit the sand to hunt for a real fossilized shark teeth. While learning the truth about our most misunderstood, most fabulous neighbors of the deep. Sharks, Sonnies, they have the terrible PR campaign around them, but it's time we fix that and learn a little bit about sharks. Mel, talk about and listen.
So, and listen, every shark tooth on a beach is a little piece of ancient history that the ocean literally hands to you for free.
This is a cute idea.
Some of the teeth are millions of years old, and that's older than the Castillo, the fort. And it's also older than Davey's playlist.
I know.
So it's free, but you do need to register on the St. Johns County Parks and Rec website.
Right.
Shout out to Maritza. I think this is really
Tess.
cool.
Yeah, absolutely. They're always doing
Yes.
the coolest things. And just like, I had no idea that this even existed,
No.
Shark Tooth Exploration Week. And they're just kind of bringing some people
Yeah,
out.
that's
It's super
true.
fun. Don't forget to register. I put the link in comments for everybody if you're interested
and
for
that's
some more
10
info.
to 11 a.m.
Awesome.
I
Very,
love it.
very cool.
Do it.
All right, step back in time, the early days of Hastings. Sonny, we love the storytellers of Hastings. So on Monday, July 20th, from 5 to 6 p.m., the Tale Tellers of St. Augustine are taking over St. Johns County Southeast Branch Library, and they're bringing 1890 with them.
Ooh.
This gem is brought to us by Hastings Main Street, of course. Here's what's in store. David Fusel is fully transforming into Thomas Horace Hastings, the man himself, the founder of
way.
Hastings back in 1890, telling the stories of his life in full period costume. That's right, Sonnies. You're not about hearing about history. History is walking and introducing itself right in front of you.
It's pretty exciting.
Then Miss Kathy takes us inside the Carlisle dress shop and its connection to Hastings, giving us a peek of what everyday looked like in the early 1900s. The fashion, the community, all of it. And
I
this is
love
the
this.
story of people and places and the moments that built potato capital of the world, well, of Florida, of course, told many, many stories that were meant to be told and faced with a lot of heart. Tell us about the fancy part.
So these exhibits come with support from Florida Humanities and collaboration with the Smithsonian, so you know it's legit. With funds from the Jarkoline Foundation, so Sonny, as I did say, Smithsonian. That's amazing.
I know that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, you can step back in time with the Tale Tellers Monday, July 20th at 5 p.m. The Southeast Branch Library, 6670 US 1 South. That's down by me.
Right.
This is pretty awesome.
Like, we talk a lot about Hastings and we talk about what is going on Hastings now and like what the
Yeah.
future looks like, but we always forget
didn't
about the
know-
stories of yesteryear,
I
which
didn't
is
know
really
that
kind
was
of
the guy's name that founded Hastings.
Yeah, it was Henry Flagler's cousin, and he was a farmer. So he said, go out to Hastings, build farms, and grow produce so
For
that we
me.
can use them in the hotels. And for Mel, absolutely.
For me.
All right. Oh, you're gonna love this story. We got a hoity-toity one
God.
here. Ponte Vedra, a beach woman, is suing Publix over a shopping cart collision.
Give me a break.
Well, let's see what happens here. Apparently, on November 14, 2025, a Ponte Vedra resident was inside a Publix location when a store employee allegedly pushed a shopping cart directly into her.
She's probably being rude.
I'm not supposed to be laughing. According to a lawsuit now filed in court, the collision caused injuries, medical costs, emotional distress,
Oh,
and
shut
loss of
up.
income, Mel. The complaint further notes that the injuries may be permanent or ongoing. God, how hard do they push?
How hard did he
Here we go. The lawsuit states that Publix, and it's direct quote, owed a duty to the plaintiff to use reasonable care while moving a cart in and around the store. So it doesn't sound very hard. The plaintiff is requesting a jury trial seeking more than $50,000 in damages, not including attorney's fees and costs. Publix has not responded, obviously. The allegations have not been proven in court.
Guys, this employee is probably like, put your damn cart back, you lazy girl. So a store employee allegedly pushed a shopping cart and collided with the plaintiff inside the store.
It was probably like, let me get them in the stack. Woo!
Yeah.
And then it went boom
But
into
she
her.
was probably not paying attention to where she was standing. I'm just going to say,
Dopey.
because the cart people are super nice at Publix.
But $50,000
Give me a
in
break.
damages.
It's called Go Get a Job.
It was like, it sent a vibration to my vertebrae, and all of a sudden, my great-grandmother's
David.
grandmother breastfed my grandmother wrong, and ever since then, it's been a chain reaction
David,
of a
there's
synapse.
going to be a jury trial.
Oh
for
my
this.
gosh, this is a big deal.
Jury trial. Stop.
Shopping cart injuries are generally more serious than most people realize.
Well, put your cart back and they won't have to ram you with it.
Thousands of Americans are treated in emergency rooms every year to cart-related incidents, strikes, collisions, and falls. A fully loaded metal cart moving at the wrong speed, at the wrong people, into the wrong person can cause real lasting harm, particularly to knees, ankles, knees and toes.
But
I need to be more sensitive to
But
this
my
story.
whole thing is there's cameras all over Publix. So if this happened inside the store, pull the video footage. My guess is maybe the lady was standing in the wrong place, and I highly doubt that the Publix employee was vindictive.
How could that do $50,000 of damage? I mean, if you fall down, you're going to sue all the
Well,
time. Is this the?
a lot of
I don't know.
people,
I'm not
you
from
know,
this. I'm not a sue
The
person.
United States is the most sue-happy country in America. In other countries, you cannot sue people for even a quarter of the things we sue
Didn't
for. here.
Eminem's mom? Wasn't she a big sue happy
Yeah.
person? She sued
She
him
sued
multiple
him.
times too. Yeah.
But that's my whole thing. With the suing of the things,
Like you got hit by a car, boo. Like
you didn't get hit by a train.
I know, right? Oh, that's weird. That's
This is
weird.
like, maybe her-
$50,000 worth of damage.
Maybe her and a constipation lady from Reddit report last week are friends.
They're in cahoots. Yeah,
Cahoots.
definitely. They're definitely very similar
They the
culture.
cahoots.
Good call. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, this next one. Okay, St. Augustine. You're going to be very excited about this
Okay,
one.
what you got for me?
They just swept. Are you ready? The state's Preservation Awards. And the stories behind them will get you, Mel, for sure. We live in a town where old is a compliment.
I mean, it's true.
And we have Fountain of Youth. The Florida Trust for Historic Preservation just handed out its 2026 Preservation Awards. And guess what? We didn't just show up. St. Augustine, we showed out.
Yay!
All right, let me introduce you to the winners. We got Gordy Wilson, who spent 33 years as superintendent of the Castillo de San Marcos and Fort Matanzas. This man ran everything: visitor services, education, protection. We're building partnerships with 25 federally recognized tribes, including work with the Seminole Tribe of Florida to share its history and its own voice. He steered our fort through Hurricane Matthew, through COVID, through the 450th celebration, and secured over $20 million along the
Yes.
way. The state gave him the President's Award.
Congratulations.
That's basically the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Oscar of presentation, would have you. Talk about Paul Weaver.
All right, so there's also Paul Weaver, for nearly 5 decades, protecting St. Augustine historic soul. Sonny's half of the historic districts and landmarks you love
This
in
is
this
awesome.
town
This is very cool.
are on the National Register because Paul Weaver did the paperwork, the research, and fighting for them to be put there.
You know, it takes a very specific person to be able to do these jobs.
Sit still that long.
That's wonderful.
The St. Johns County Black Heritage Trail won Preserving Place,
Yes.
450 years of Black history from the first Black community. It's what's now in the United States to the events that helped push the Civil Rights Act of 1964 across the finish line.
Right. Then Zion Missionary Baptist Church in West Augustine, founded in 1886, the oldest African-American congregation in that neighborhood and a civil rights gathering place, just got a full restoration. That Balcocina walls are now stabilized, the steeple rebuilt, and the stained glass brought back to glory. She's back in service, Sonnies. And my favorite plot twist, a guy named Gabe Wicks.
Shout out, Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe. Bought a crumbling 1800s house on Cordova Street, sight unseen. Moved here from Tennessee, found old photos of the old porch and rebuilt it himself.
This is
Windows
pretty
and
cool.
all. 1 town, 5 awards, 0 coincidences. This is what happens when a community decides its history is worth the work.
So the awards were presented May 14th at the Preserve Florida Conference in St. Petersburg,
Congratulations.
with winners chosen by a jury of preservationists from across the state, and nominations came from the public. Gordy Wilson's President Award recognizes lifelong achievement. Under his leadership, volunteerism at the fort expanded and community partnerships deepened with groups like the University of Florida and Florida Department of Transportation.
Awesome.
This is, you know what? This is huge. I think this is one of the best awards that we could have gotten.
I think that's a really cool thing, especially the trail, the Black History Trail, talking about the Gullah Geechee Heritage Corridor,
and
too.
Also the fact that these people are finally getting recognized for all their efforts. The guy who ran the fort, he kept it, preserved it through all these massive hurricanes.
And got a $20 million windfall increase on that. These are extraordinary people doing
is really
extraordinary
cool.
things.
Absolutely.
Speaking of extraordinary, let's go to Old Town Trolley and St. Augustine Attractions Association. Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. St. Augustine isn't just a destination, it's an experience. From historic streets to the unforgettable adventures, the city is full of moments waiting to happen. But here's the move. Don't just guess your way through it. Go where the Sunnies find the most trusted attractions. The St. Augustine Attractions Association. Dozens of the best experiences all in one place. From history to hidden gems and everything in between. Plan smarter, explore deeper, experience more. Go to staugustineflattractions.com because here you don't just visit St. Augustine, you live it.
Text me about that.
All right, we're back. Let's get into this DJ Snack Pack
All right, here we go, guys. What I like about you, you hold me tight. Tell me I'm the only one. Wanna come over tonight?
Keep whispering in my ear.
Tell me all the things that I wanna hear, 'cause it's true. It's what I like about you. The Romantics, 1980. The Romantics were 4 guys from Detroit, and they formed the band on Valentine's Day in 1977. That's literally why they're called the Romantics. Oh, I see what they did there. The song was only a modest hit on release. It stalled at number 49 on the Billboard Hot 100, but it became an icon a decade later through Budweiser commercials, movies, and TVs.
It's a really catchy song, definitely.
The lead vocal wasn't the lead singer. It was the drummer, Jimmy Marino, singing and playing drums at the same time.
I hope he got a raise.
The band later sued their former manager for licensing for the song to commercials without their compensation.
Ooh, that's a shopping cart right into the hip.
Yeah, there it is. And
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing.
This is Hot Chocolate, 1975. Hot Chocolate was a British band led by Errol Brown, and their name came from a receptionist at Apple Records, the
Hot
Beatles
Chocolate.
level. You Sexy
Not
Thing.
to be confused with Sexual Chocolate.
No. You Sexy Thing was originally a B-side. Producer Mickey Most heard it, flipped it through the record, and made it the A-side. The Throwaway became their signature song. It hit the top 10 in 3 separate decades, 70s, 80s, 90s. One of the only songs to ever do that, thanks to its revival in the movie, The Full Monty.
That's right. Remember The Full Monty? There
Yes.
was the naked dancing,
Absolutely.
right?
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought that love would be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Made from love.
Bump.
Stevie wrote it for his newborn daughter, Aisha, and you can actually hear real audio of baby Aisha crying and splashing in the bathtub.
I didn't realize this.
In their very, very originals, you hear it.
Oh,
It was
make me
never
cry.
released as a single in U.S. Motown. And in the U.S., Motown begged him to trim the 6.5-minute track down for radio. And Stevie flat out refused to cut it.
Good.
It became one of the most beloved songs in his catalog anyway.
Absolutely love that song.
It's from Songs in the Key of My Life, an album so anticipated that Motown gave Stevie a $37 million contract, the biggest recording deal in history at that time.
That's awesome.
Stevie played nearly everything on it himself: vocals, keyboards, drums, and that iconic harmonica solo. Aisha grew up to be a singer herself. She later recorded debuts with her dad,
Oh.
including on his 2005 album. The Baby in the Bathtub ended up on the top of the charts.
I love that
I love
story.
Stevie Wonder.
That is a great
I do.
story. All right, let's get into Sunshine Shenanigans.
Oh,
I think
jeez.
you're going to love this story. Just wait for that cue.
Okay.
The pic so we don't spoil it. Here we go. The first annual potato salad reckoning. Sonnies, here we go.
Oh, this is going to make me never want to eat potato salad again.
Probably not. And Sonnies, make the sign of the cross and bless your face before I get into this disgrace. This one happened on the 4th of July a couple years ago at a church picnic in Lakeland, and I need you to know that every terrible decision in this story was made is completely sober, okay? This is a story of Kayla Brenner, 32, and for 6 wonderful years, Kayla dated a man named Jason Kilgannon.
No, Jason.
Now, Jason did what some men do. He blocked her number in June, and by the 4th of July, he was sitting in the front porch pew next to a woman named Megan from the church.
Is it Megan with a GH?
Yes, Megan with a GH, with the casserole dishes and the seasonal wreaths. Sonnies, it's that Megan. But here's what Jason forgot. For 6 straight years, Kayla made the potato salad for the church's 4th of July picnic. It's her grandmother's recipe. 45 gallons of it every year, mixed with love in the fellowship hall kitchen. It was her ministry, Sonnies. And this year, the picnic committee, chaired by, you guessed it, Megan, quietly took her off the food list.
Ooh, dirty.
Listen, they took her off the list, but they kept her recipe. Oh. Big mistake. Huge mistake.
No.
So the night of July 3rd, Kayla lets herself into the fellowship hall because nobody ever changed the code. It's been 0700 since the another administration before her. And she takes back every last bucket of potato salad, all 45 gallons, roughly
What are you
400
gonna do with
pounds.
it?
Legally questionable.
ready.
Yes, spiritually justified. She believes so. Now, a lesser woman stops there, right? Kayla is just getting warmed up
What are you
because.
going to do with 45 pounds of
Well, listen to this. Kayla's cousin runs a
Potato salad.
landscaping company, okay? Kayla's cousin has a Silverado with a hydraulic dump insert in the bed, the kind that raises up and
Oh,
tilts like a
no.
tiny dump truck. Okay, hold on. Normally it's for mulch, Sonnies, but not today. On July 4th, at around 12:15 p.m., the picnic is in full swing. The pastor is doing the blessing, and here comes Kayla backing that Silverado across the church lawn 2 miles an hour with a little beep, beep, beep going like the world's most vengeful ice cream truck is pulling up. And here's the detail that haunts me. The picnic had assigned seating, little laminated name cards, and Jason, the deacon of the month, by the way, had his card right there at the head of the table next to Megan. Kayla lines up the tailgate with surgical precision, presses the lever, and then slowly, majestically, in front of God, the pastor, and the entire congregation, 400 pounds of grandmother's
my God.
recipes potato salad avalanches
Oh my God.
directly onto Jason Kilgannon's designated seats. The chair disappeared. Sonny's folded up under the salad like it was raptured. Then
my
she
God, look
stepped
at
out,
that.
planted one single fork at the top of the mound, looked at Megan dead in the eye, and said, "It's my family recipe, and you aren't my family," and got back in the truck and drove off to the
That's
sunset.
freaking hilarious.
The responding deputy at 22 years in the force wrote his official report, and I promise you this is real. First food-related dumping incident I have processed on the church property. Jason and Megan declined to comment, and that, Sonny's, is a potato salad disaster story.
I love how she backed the truck up. She said, "Guess what?
I know.
Mhm. And you are not my
I
family."
made that little graphic. That wasn't a real picture, but
Oh, you did good. I thought
wanted
that
to-
was the real picture.
No, I wanted to make sure that people could see what I was talking
That
about.
was
so-
hilarious. Oh my God! And you know, there's somebody there that's going, "Don't waste that good potato
Don't be
salad."
wasting that potato salad.
They get in their plate and they scooping it.
To be honest, yeah, you don't want to waste good potato salad.
No. Oh my God! Let's do movies of yesteryear.
Let's do it.
Today we're talking about Curly Sue,
Oh, I love that
1991.
movie.
Written and directed by John Hughes, the man who gave us Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The
That's right.
Breakfast Club, and Home Alone.
She had a curly hair.
Yes, Curly Sue is the story of a scrappy little girl and her con man father figure, Bill
Mm-hmm.
Dancer, who runs a small-time street scams just to survive.
Okay.
When one of their schemes lands them in orbit of a sharp Chicago attorney named Gray Ellison, something unexpected happens. She takes them in, and none of their lives are ever the same.
Right.
Curly Sue is played by Allison Porter, who is 9 years old at the time the film was made. If you think her name sounds familiar, it should. In 2016, Allison Porter won season 10 of NBC's The Voice as an adult.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. This was John Hughes' final film as a director. He continued writing and producing prolifically after this, including Home Alone 2, Dennis the Menace, and Beethoven, but he never sat in the director's chair again after Curly Sue.
Okay.
James Belushi, who plays Bill Dancer, is the younger brother of comedy legend John Belushi, who passed away in 1982. So Kelly Lynch, who plays Graet Ellison, had just come off playing a female lead in Roadhouse opposite Patrick Swayze when she signed in for Curly Sue.
Wow.
John Hughes said goodbye to directing with a story about a little girl who refused to stop believing something good was coming, and that feels totally right.
I love that movie. I'm
I
going to
do
rewatch
too.
that movie.
I
Curly
love that
Sue.
movie
That's
too.
a good one.
Yes.
All right, Sonnies, before we let you go, I want you to think about something. Every single morning, without fail, the sun rises. She doesn't check the forecast first. She doesn't ask if anyone noticed her yesterday. She doesn't wait for perfect conditions or a standing ovation. She just rises in all of her glory, radiating heat, warmth, and a light on everything and everyone. No expectations, no fine print. And here's the thing. The sun doesn't rise because the world deserves it. The sun rises because that's what she was made to do. And so were you. So whatever today handed you, the heavy stuff, the hard stuff, the stuff that nobody else sees, tomorrow morning that sun is coming up over this beautiful ancient city one more time, and she is inviting you to rise with her. Shine on somebody today, Sonnies. Be those somebody's warmth. Be somebody's light, because this world doesn't need more heat. It needs more sunshine.
Yes.
We love you. We mean it. We will see you right here
At 3.
back at the Sunny TV, the show that we call Afternoon Delight.
Yes.
At 3 o'clock today. We're super excited, and we've got another round of shenanigans. We love you guys. We will see you later. Share the show, babes.
Bye, guys. Hit the arrow.